I think, Matt, you just mentioned a bit about the UK election. There are going to be 3 televised debates. I don't know about the Hong Kong election this time. How many televised debates are going to are there going to be? But if Raymond Wong and Pamela Mac are in the same debate, which is at least we know RTHK is going to hold one, that would be very interesting to see the two talking about that sort of issue.
It would be. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I haven't heard any news whether there is going to be any televised or debates.
RTHK is certainly going to hold one that I know of, but of course, lots of entertainment values are there. Of course, I don't mean. I think we should focus on other more important stuff. But in terms of the media producers angle, they see the entertainment value.
Yeah.
In terms of it.
Certainly in the UK, the media are making a big thing of it. Actually, the fact that they're having this televised debate in the UK, because it's the first time they've done it, and apparently previously, in previous occasions, all of the different political leaders or political groups avoided it, basically, and for different reasons. Obviously, I think basically they didn't like the idea that their leader could be put on the spot by a member of the public in a studio audience or something, and when he's sat right next door to another political leader, basically it makes him look like an idiot. An idiot basically is I'm presuming is why they're doing. But obviously it came to the point where they felt under pressure by the media that if you think about it, in a genuinely democratic society, it's amazing that there hadn't been a televised debate before in the UK. And so obviously, the media obviously like it and are making a big thing of it and so on. But in Hong Kong, obviously, we'll have to wait and see if there's going to be any televised debates. But going back to the Hong Kong, I'm just looking at a list of all the other people who are actually in the race. Actually, there's another group of people, students who are calling themselves Tertiary 2012, a group of they're all university students, if I'm not mistaken, and they announced a few weeks ago, didn't they were going to run in and so on, but basically because they wanted some sort of contest, and even though they've openly said that they agree basically completely with the Civic Party and what LSD are saying, they're saying they want to enter as part of a contest, and by and large it seems that they've been quite widely welcomed, haven't they, by the different political group, different pro-democracy groups to enter this election. Maybe that's because maybe the more well-known leaders are confident that they're not going to be a genuine threat to them, if you like. But what do you make of that their presence in the election?
I think it's a very good chance for the post-80s to have to gain some experience in the coming election. But some people would never have this kind of experience in their life. In this historic occasion. So I think if, for example, if the young boy in the Kowloon West, nobody would think that he could beat Raymond Wong. And Raymond say that if he got beaten by the young boys, he will be the assistant. If he is going, he will be the assistant for the elected boys. And they say, being an assistant for a young boy is my credit. You got the best writer for you.
But also, actually, if you look at the student leaders who were running, first of all, I don't think they were new to election, but of course, election of different sort, because they're all student leaders. So they did run publicly for student union post, of course, and I think for what they claimed in their original platform or agenda, they mentioned that first of all, I would really like to see a referendum going on, because before they decided to run for office, in some constituencies there have been no one running for those who resigned. So there hasn't been any referendum possible, because you will have the original candidate returning to the electoral unchallenged. So that would be like a soap opera, because you resign and you got re-elected again without any real election. So that's why they claim that, I have to make sure that there will be a true real referendum. Everyone can cast their vote. But of course they also mentioned very clearly that they call themselves 2012. So the word 2012 definitely referred to the year that we should push for universal suffrage. So that's the tactic or the strategy, try to focus on 2012. That's how they call themselves.
And also, I'm looking at the list. It looks like there's two other independents who used to be with LSD, but I think they're focused to do with the rail. They're to do with the express railway, aren't they? I think, from what I've gathered. And also, there's another interesting guy who used to be a Liberal Party member. And I don't know if you read about it, but he's got an ongoing court case.
In Raymond Wong's writing.
Who was a member of the Liberal Party, and what's his name? Ringo Chang, I think his name is.
Chang, yeah.
And I think he's got a court case ongoing, isn't he, for fraud or something like that, isn't it? So
somebody would say that if he have a chance he has the chance to go into the ledger code, and he's been found guilty, and the whole thing has to go over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, it seems. I mean, whether he's doing it to raise his profile as part of a tactic to strengthen his case in the court case in a funny kind of way, might. But I mean, who knows? But his chances of winning are pretty unlikely, aren't they?
You think it's a good way or a bad way of being like that sort of like in the election strengthened?
Well, in a funny kind of way, I would say that it has raised his profile a bit, and the magistrate or the judge in his case, it's probably in the district court, he will be more aware of him, and it does, profile is power, isn't it? It raises his situation, and the judge will think a bit more carefully, perhaps. That's probably what he's thinking, isn't it? I mean, who knows, to be honest, but...
if I'm the judge,